of Just Two Girls Who Work Together. I'm Terica, for those that don't know, and this is my co-host,
Keisha. Hey.
We are so excited. We have a special guest with us today, Danae from Rated V. Y'all, we're so excited. Y'all see the
I'm
food?
hungry. So, yeah.
I know, I'm so excited. So, we will not hold you guys. We're gonna allow Danae to introduce herself. She has brought us some amazing food.
Yes.
What do we have? We have sweet potatoes.
Yes.
Or candy yams.
Candy yams with marshmallow on top. You have meatballs with, you have the mushroom gravy.
Mm-hmm.
Not the mushroom gravy, I'm sorry, the onion gravy.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have my Blanco mac and cheese. It's like a blend of a few different cheeses. And then you have macaroons. You have the same thing. The only difference is you have barbecue meatballs instead of the gravy.
Come on.
Yeah, boy.
Come through. So, Rated V, if you don't know, you probably don't know, but the V stands for vegan. So
Yes.
this is all vegan.
100%.
Y'all, I'm so excited. And
I'm so happy. You don't even know.
the reason why we're doing this episode, for one, Keisha and I both have, we have this thing with being vegan. We want to do it. We halfway do it, halfway don't.
Hey.
We're really trying to transition.
I'm a stay vegan. You know, I have my meat days. I had one yesterday. Shit, I have one today too.
Yeah.
But this gonna get
Baby
me back
steps.
on the right track though.
It's baby steps.
Amen. But we are trying to transition. Danae, funny enough, the name of our show is Just Two Girls Who Work Together. Now it is three of us who used to
work together.
Right.
Danae also used to work with us. So excited to have her here, but we're not going to take long. We're just going to jump right in. She's going to tell you about herself, her business, and we have some questions as well. So, Danae, just kind of tell us about yourself, where you're from, all that good stuff.
All right, so
We're going to dig in while you
Right. I was
yes.
gonna say like
And
I can't wait no more.
your feedback. I want to hear this.
Oh yes.
Okay.
So originally I'm from Michigan. I moved to Nashville,
Where in Michigan?
West Michigan, like right on the lake.
Okay.
I moved to Nashville about 5.5 years ago, I want to say.
Keisha.
It's fine. You want some?
Y'all are hilarious.
Man, you don't even know.
You don't even know.
But y'all hungry?
Yeah, first of all, yes, I'm hungry. And second of all, I love me some soul food. And I live by myself, so like I'm not about to cook a whole bunch of food.
Right.
So I don't
And
do
this
soul
is
food
sitting
often.
there.
So like this is like Christmas for me.
Sorry that we interrupted you, but I didn't take a sec. Okay.
No, I love it.
You're from Michigan.
From Michigan, been here about 5.5 years. So I guess, what more do you guys want to know?
What
What brought you to Nashville?
Warmer weather.
Okay.
Warmer weather. I come from a really small town, so I just really wanted to have be somewhere where there was more opportunity. Not saying that there's no opportunity where I'm from, but just be in a bigger space and be able to develop somewhere else other than where I'm from.
That's understandable.
And I've always wanted to place roots somewhere outside of where I came from. So it was important for me to get out of Michigan, even though I love Michigan, and expand. So
Did you already know somebody here, like family or friends?
yeah, I did. Yeah, I know a few people down here. Yeah,
That makes the transition easier.
it definitely did. Definitely.
Awesome. So, can you tell us about like the vegan lifestyle? Like, how did you transition? How long have you been vegan? What caused you to go vegan, or what encouraged you to do so? And like, what are some of the challenges you faced with going vegan?
Okay, so it was actually cold turkey. Yeah.
Why we make the same face? Bitch, what? Like, what? How?
Yes. So it started as like a 30-day what would you call it, challenge for myself.
Okay.
It was leading up to my birthday. I'm like, I'm gonna do vegan for like 30 days and see like what, how you, when it's close to your birthday, like I don't want to look a certain type of way for my birthday.
I don't know what that feel like, but okay.
So I'm like, let me do this for 30 days.
Maybe I should try that this year.
Yeah, I'm like, let me do this for 30 days. And 30 days just went to 3 months, 6 months, 3 years.
Whoa.
And I'm just like, you know what? I'm never going back. What's crazy is another reason for me was health. I dealt with a situation called endometriosis. And so I had a couple surgeries. I was on a lot of different, you know how they do, a lot of different medications.
Yes.
You know, so no one ever told me change your diet. I was a single doctor, and I went to a lot of doctors. No one ever said change your eat.
They need that check. That's how they get paid.
Exactly. So no one ever told me to change the way I eat. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just try it.
Baby, these greens.
Man, I want to know what these meatless meatballs are. This looks like meat.
This is not for the camera. This stuff is so fire.
And my thing is, how do you make greens without meat?
Without me.
Baby, listen.
I always thought that. I was like, man.
Baby, listen.
That's the way
How you
we're
do
programmed. That's the way we're taught. We're taught that everything needs some type of meat substance to taste right, whether it's actual meat or meat grease
I just
or
want you to
fat.
understand. I'm gonna put in my head. Erica Badu is playing.
Yes.
I'm feeling some type of way. I'm sorry.
I love
Finish
it.
with your story.
I love it. No,
It's
it's
so
so commentary.
good.
I love it.
I'm here for it.
Finish with your story. So sorry.
No, so yeah, like I just completely, so after those 30 days, I felt a huge difference. A difference in energy, a difference in just, it was a difference in my skin, everything. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna keep this going for a little longer. Within 6 months, my endometriosis completely reversed.
Wow.
What?
Within 6 months,
Yeah.
kid me not. No issues whatsoever.
I can believe it.
That's interesting.
I can believe it. I don't have endometriosis, but I do have polycystic ovarian syndrome. Damn.
Yes.
That's the hot sauce. I do have. Hold on, let me.
Should have got y'all some hot water cornbread or something.
Oh my God!
My God.
That would have been the icing on the cake.
To bring back, and I'm gonna have to.
Hey, yeah, you gonna have to come back. Yeah, you want to be a regular. If you want to be a regular on the show.
So with PCOS, you know they're like, you're gonna have that forever.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it. And for me, I was like, I know there's something. So
Right.
like you know, I thought about lifestyle changes of diet.
Yeah.
Also taking natural products.
Yes.
You know. Things like that, because the first thing they're gonna tell you is, oh, you know, you need to take this pill, this medication. My body reacted very negatively
Oh yeah,
to
definitely.
it. So yeah, I definitely understand.
100%. And you know, I got sick of that. I feel like a guinea pig. You know, like
Yeah, because they're literally practicing.
yes, they don't.
Just
We don't really
practice.
know, but here's 5 medications that you could just take.
Yeah.
And you know,
Nice.
I get it, like it's their job or whatever, but I'm like, no, I have to figure out a way to fix this on my own. So, like I said, within 6 months, I have no issues whatsoever.
Wow.
Whatsoever. After dealing with that for about 12 years,
Mm.
I have no problems. I fixed 12 years worth of issues in 6 months.
That is crazy.
So that's kind of going into the whole why vegan. You have to understand your why. If you want to do it and you want to stick with it, your why has to be bigger than your want for meat.
That's what I struggle with, girl. Because I want it, and if I want it, I'm gonna eat it.
Yes, and that's where it started off for me. It started off with health, and then once I got health in check, it went to animals. Now, so that's my why now, and that's gonna always be my why is the animals. So yeah.
Kind of beautiful.
None of it gonna work for me. I'm sorry. Oh. So I need to figure out what my why.
Figure out your why, and once you know your why and you keep it in your head, you'll stick to it, or at least it'll be a lot easier to stick to it.
I think for me, my why has a lot to do with what we're putting in our bodies. I do think that it contributes a lot to the health issues.
Yes.
And so the older I get, the more concerned I am about what's going in my body. And then
Yeah, you are what you eat.
yeah, and then
Exactly.
just seeing how yucky some of the food is
Yes.
prior to like cooking it.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
bothers me.
Definitely. I don't know. It's like a work in progress. Not everybody can go cold turkey, and that's understandable, you know. But like I said, once you figure out why you're doing it, and when that reason becomes bigger than, oh, I gotta have a steak right here.
So let's talk about
Let's do some
First of all,
vegan steak next time.
vegan steak.
I make it.
That's a thing?
Yes.
I was just being funny.
How you
I
go and tell you what we want.
do. Tell me what you want. I
Yeah,
make it.
Jesus on the main line.
Do you meal prep?
Yes.
She does.
Because I know I'm not about to be cooking all this.
I
all the
meal
time.
prep. Yep. Cater meal.
I've already.
Okay.
I've had my eyes set on that. So, what were some of the challenges that you faced with transitioning into being a vegan?
more, it wasn't personal. It was more so everybody else. Everybody else's opinion.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Everyone, that was like the biggest transition.
What was their opinion though? Like, what would they say?
You're lacking nutrients.
Oh, that's the big thing.
Where are you getting your protein?
Yeah.
Yep, that's the main thing. And the best way I break that down, because that's the first question I get when I meet somebody, is where are you getting your protein? So I just tell them, the cows you eat, the meat you eat from cows, they don't eat meat.
Right.
They eat
They
grass.
get their protein.
That's
from
where
the
they get all of
vegetables.
their protein.
Right.
from.
Cut out the middleman.
Yeah, so and that's exactly what you're doing when you go vegan. You're cutting out the middleman. You get your stuff directly versus do a third party. You know what I
It's
mean?
better for you.
You just said something there. You said something. So that was the biggest challenge transitioning. Okay.
Everybody else, yeah.
Okay.
Everybody else's opinion.
Before we ask for some tips about someone that wants to transition into veganhood, I know that's not a thing.
Veganhood. We just made that thing.
Yeah.
Veganhood.
Right,
Hey,
hashtag.
welcome to the veganhood.
What-
Right.
Y'all, we took courage shots before filming, and I think
Yeah.
Keisha's might be.
Girl,
Activated.
stop. No.
I know
You know
mine.
I would say that sober.
You would. I know mine's is burning a little bit. That hot sauce mixed with it.
Oh,
Oh, my
yeah.
bad.
So before we ask for some tips for people that want to transition into vegan life
Okay.
or have that as a lifestyle, what's this we got to know?
Yeah, what is this meatball? I mean, it's meatless meatball.
So it's soy.
Okay.
Sure.
It is
But what
soy.
makes it this consistency? Because I don't think I've ever had like soy.
So you guys are eating Impossible.
Okay, I
wow.
fuck with Impossible.
Yes, which doesn't have gluten in it. It has soy. Now, it's not something I would eat every day.
Absolutely.
And I make different meatballs. Like I make some completely out of mushroom.
I love mushroom.
Yeah, and I just add a few things to it to keep it closer to that texture. Just because some people are texture people.
That's me.
Yeah.
I'm the texture person right now.
Yeah, but I didn't want to like put y'all in there full throttle.
Okay.
Y'all be like,
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
So
I don't like mushrooms. I don't do fungus. No.
What? Mushroom is really healthy.
yes,
Oh, I'm
it
good on
is.
that.
Marinated. It takes on whatever flavor you put it in.
I'm straight.
So we have. So this is soy.
That's soy. The mac and cheese, there's no nuts in there whatsoever. I use a
Okay.
vegan half and half
Mm.
as my base. I make a roux just like you would with any other mac and cheese. Add a whole bunch of other secrets.
So there's no dairy.
No dairy whatsoever.
None at all.
No
Because
dairy.
it reminds me a little bit of pasta salad. Just a
Mhm.
little bit. The
Mhm.
taste of it is
Yep.
pasta salad.
Yeah,
No
the
dairy.
consistency.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then I also do a baked mac and cheese too. So that's if you want something
That's what
a
I
little more
want next time.
cheesier or yeah.
Next time, put that on the menu for us.
Right.
I got you.
Well, thank you for explaining what we're eating, regardless
Yeah.
if it's good.
It is, to be honest, it's still hard to believe this is vegan.
I
I'm so
know.
good at it.
I feel like I done went to a soul food place.
That's my motive. I call it the easy vegan. I want you to be able to transition into something and not be like, well, this is too far fetched.
Right, I don't
You
have to
know?
sacrifice
Yeah.
good food to
Yeah.
be healthy.
And that's what I say all the time.
And I think that's been the scary part for a lot of people. I know myself. I was just so worried about like, is it gonna taste the same?
Right.
Also, with being married,
Right.
it's hard doing it separately because
Yeah.
that's more food. But
Exactly.
if I try to get him into it, which he's open to it, it got to taste like what
Exactly.
he used to eat.
Right, you can't
Exactly.
tell them what it is till after you eat it.
Right.
That's how
I
I
need you
do
to
my
question
abs.
me. And if you didn't ask, then it doesn't matter.
Right.
Absolutely. So,
Definitely.
what are some tips for those of us that want to go vegan and stay vegan? Keisha.
Hey,
What
baby
are
steps.
What are some
God's not
tips
doing me yet.
to transition?
Oh goodness. So I always say write down a list of your favorite foods. That may include meat. So whether that's like pasta, whether it's like a lasagna or something, and start there. Learn how to transition those meals into
Oh, that's
vegan.
smart.
That is real
Yeah.
smart. I didn't think of that.
And that's
Yeah.
simple too.
Right. Instead of starting with like, oh, I saw Tabitha Brown.
The carrot bacon.
Yeah, so don't start that far. Like, don't just ease your way in by starting with, by starting with stuff that you would normally eat anyway, and just take the meat out first. So whether you're starting as a vegetarian, like, oh, you still have your cheeses or whatnot, but you took the meat out, and then
That's
learn
my
how to
issue
make
with
your own
ranch.
cheeses.
I can't like a ranch.
Honey, I can show you how to make a good vegan ranch. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
We need to do
and that too, you can do
You
that
don't be getting the
too.
hookup and stuff during the middle of the show, and I don't like that.
That's something else you can do. Play around with recipes like ranch or make your own Alfredo sauce or anything like that. And that's a good way to start. Like I said, another tip is your why. Figure out your why. Once you figure that out, everything else kind of falls in place.
Yeah, because it's definitely psychological.
It is. And then you also kind of have to erase your thought of what was. So like erase the idea of, well, this is supposed to taste like this. No, open up your mind to, well, let's try it this way. We're conditioned to eat a certain way, to cook a certain way. So it's fun to experiment and do something completely different.
A bee or something?
I don't know. It's okay.
Sorry, guys.
But yeah, just, be open-minded and just have fun. Don't make it a chore. Have fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
I think for me, the biggest thing is like that first one that you said, find things that you like.
Yeah.
Work on
Yeah.
transitioning those into an option.
Definitely.
Right.
100%.
Awesome.
So I have a question.
Yep, I'm sorry.
Okay, so one of my challenges is eating out.
Ooh.
So do you have any tips for those that are trying to, be on the go and they just want to get something and then it's like, oh, well, I can't go here because they don't have vegan options. Do you have any tips for eating out vegan?
So we won't keep going to Burger King for the Impossible Whopper.
Right.
I mean, luckily now more restaurants are opening up to a vegan menu. So I would say, yes, a little bit more work, but plan ahead. You know you have a day where you're going to be busy. Look up the restaurants in that area that you can quickly go grab something. More places are popping up throughout Nashville. That makes it a little bit easier. We're like, oh, I'm just going to go here. I think the only issue we run into right now is a lot of those places don't stay open as late as we want them to.
Right.
So,
but Taco Bell, I learned yesterday that you can get anything with black beans to replace the meat. And I was like,
I did not know that.
Yes.
I mean, I eat their salad that they have with bean on there.
I went to Taco Bell for the first time in years yesterday because of that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and you'll be surprised. A lot of places you can go to and make something a vegan option that they probably don't advertise online or on TV, but you can get a vegan option almost anywhere. You just have to read the labels first.
Yeah.
I think one of the main things you said about, and you keep saying this in so many words, is planning.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta plan, you gotta be
do.
strategic in what you do.
You do.
In the approach.
You do. Whether you're meal prepping at home to try to make sure you have something, making snacks to go. It's a little more work, but it's worth it in the end.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, before we wrap this thing on up, do you have any more questions, Keisha? I'm just trying to dig into this one. It's so good, y'all.
I think we covered everything. Sure.
Okay. Well, before we wrap up, Danae, can you let our coworkers know? Can you let them know how they can reach out to you? How they can get with Rated B?
Oh yeah, get with Rated B. So I don't know if you guys can really see my shirt, but this is my Instagram handle. It's at Rated B Nashville. So you can always get in contact with me on Instagram, Rated B Nashville, or you can reach out to me through Facebook at Rated B. And yeah, that's the best way to get in contact with me right now. And I look forward to hearing from everybody.
Y'all, let me tell you, she's so bomb and she's very professional.
Thank you.
I called her early in the week or text her early in the week and she was like, absolutely, yes, I can be there. Very professional, great spirit, so you will enjoy working with her. Should you hire her for any services, but please support Black-owned businesses.
Yes, definitely.
And woman.
Yes.
And we're not just during the blackout times. Continue to support Black-owned. Choose this option before you choose another.
Right.
But
thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for
our
food.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Keisha literally has looked up one time.
That's okay. That's okay. Definitely get in contact with me for any meal prep or catering needs. Definitely.
Please. But thank you all so much for joining us.
One more question.
Oh, sorry. Keisha.
It just hit me. Okay, so I've talked to some people and their thought is eating vegan is expensive.
Oh yeah.
So can you please talk about that?
Yeah.
Tell people, how you go about the whole vegan lifestyle?
Yeah, it's only expensive if you're constantly buying processed food. So if you're constantly in the freezer section trying to find vegan options, it's going to be expensive. It's going to start to rack up.
So when you say processed, you mean like the meal's already prepped?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yes. So like your frozen, like any type of patty or anything like that, you are going to spend a lot of money. But once you take the time to sit down and experiment and make your own things, cost will cut a lot. So yeah, it is expensive depending on what type of vegan food you're eating. So yeah, it can be definitely.
Yeah, because
I'm mindful.
Yeah, and I hear that a lot from people, but you know, we talked earlier or last month, and I was talking to you about prepping.
Yeah.
For me, and then I did the math on like what I spend for groceries, but you know, and what you were gonna charge for prepping. I was like, I spend about that myself, if not more.
Yeah.
So it's like
put in the order today.
So it does make more sense, you know, for me, my option is going to be to have somebody prep because I ain't got this type of time.
Right.
But absolutely, you know, I think...
I don't have the patience. I got all the time in the world, but I don't want to do it.
Yeah, but I think the cost thing deters a lot of people from even trying.
Definitely.
But they don't realize they're already spending it.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
That's for sure. That was a good question, Keisha.
Thank you. I try, you know. I've been a little distracted with the food.
I know. I'm about to miss it. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us for another episode. Join us next Monday. It will be Music Monday. So excited to have you guys. Please like, share, subscribe. And Keisha, you got anything else?
Do all of that.
Yeah.
I'm about to eat.
Follow us on Instagram at J2G Vlogcast on Instagram.
Yo, that's it.
As well as on YouTube. Please share. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
Bye, y'all.
And follow our friend.
Yeah, please follow her. Sorry. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Have a good